welcome to the broadcast. Now on to our top story this afternoon. The Kenya Water and Sanitation International Conference and Exhibition 2023 is currently underway in Mombasa. Stakeholders will share insights on smart technologies that can and should be used to manage water and sanitation activities to serve Kenya's population during the 4-day event. Now, Water CS Alice Wahome acknowledges that over the years, the government has shown efforts to improve sanitation by introducing ministries dedicated to the environment. Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua will this evening be officially launching the conference.
Principal Secretaries for Water, Sanitation and Irrigation who are here present, the representatives of development partners, Anthony Ambugo, give him a clap because I think he has acquired a new name today. Well done, good job. We will move very quickly so that we launch this and we go for lunch. Busana, most welcome. I know we partner a lot with Israel and there is a lot to learn there. These two issues have been prioritized as part of the global agenda to end poverty, fight inequality and injustice, and then also tackle the climate change. However, as many of you have realized, the issue of performance in the water sector is very close to our hearts. Regulation of water services at the national level has the vital role of ensuring that institutions in the water services sector deliver on their mandate. This is done by setting performance targets for the sector institutions and monitoring their realization with a view to improving services to the consumers. Performance assessment is meant to take stock of where the sector is and therefore get guided on areas that require effort to facilitate attainment of both national and global goals. Ladies and gentlemen, Impact 15 2023 reports that the average water coverage was 62% for the period for piped water systems in the regulated utilities, which is an improvement of 2% from 2020-2021, where coverage was 60%. In 2021-2022, the population in the entire service area of regulated utilities was 26.7 million out of the total national population figure of 49.4, meaning 54% of the population and a decrease of 0.2% points from the figure of 54.3, which was reported in the previous year. The utilities have shown a consistent growth in water coverage in a span of 3 years. However, if we consider all safe water sources, including water boreholes, community water systems, it is estimated the current coverage is 70%. The government is 71%. The government is currently implementing numerous projects in water, sanitation and irrigation across the country meant to achieve universal coverage. Of course, that is 100%.
Our Mombasa-based reporter Paul Muniu is following up closely on the Water and Sanitation Conference. He will be updating us further on it as it develops in our subsequent bulletins. But moving on, the Association of Real Estate Stakeholders has promised to restore the confidence of investors by dealing with cartels that have tainted the image of the association. Speaking when launching the official office in Ruiru, they have said they will, from August this year, start offering certificates to their members and publishing their names in their website so as to ensure credibility of their clients.
Genuine players and the government is inevitable. It is on this backdrop that the Association of Real Estate Stakeholders was formed with an aim to self-regulate activities in the sector and weed away the uncooperative actors. Our approach of achieving association's goal shall harmoniously incorporate all relevant bodies and regulators. In our undertaking, we hope to minimize perceptions that may be interpreted otherwise to mean that the association is competing with already existing bodies or authorities. The formation of this association was founded on the understanding that apart from achieving the primary goal of ensuring Kenyans can own land and house affordably, the real estate sector remains a strong pillar in the growth of Kenya's economy, as it has proven to be over time. Statistics through which concerns affecting real estate businesses is raised. For example, the association has played a crucial role in enhancing collaboration between member companies and registry offices, thus increasing efficiency and minimizing the amount of time used to acquire title deeds for their clients. Formulation of laws that guide the operation of the industry has also been a subject of concern in the sector. The association has been looking for collaboration with county and national assemblies to ensure real estate stakeholders are accordingly involved in formulating of new laws affecting the industry or amendment of the already existing ones. Worthy to note is the association has followed all registration requirements set by the government, and it has endeavored to establish a strong governance structure. This structure comprises of a council of elders that vets the suitability of members. There is also an advisory board that helps to set the policy that guides the activities of the association, as well as a secretariat that implements the policies. As part of our monitoring agenda, we encourage the public to always ensure that the companies through which they intend.
Now to an unfortunate turn of events in the Western region, where a family in Butere, Kakamega County is crying for justice after police officers allegedly killed their kin while in Shiasala police station cell. It is alleged that a 26-year-old Alex Omuhaka, a boda rider, had an argument with his grandfather in the evening before the police officers from Shiasala police station arrested him. The family claims that their efforts to request the officers to release him bore no fruits. Later, they were notified of the relative's death in the cell. Relatives and leaders drawn from the area have strongly condemned the act, saying that the deceased was a kind person while demanding a detailed investigation on the incident.
Hii barabara imeharibika karibu ni mwaka moja, na maji ndio inapeleka hii udongo yote.
Mtoto mdogo wa Nasara kutoka shule ni lazima nisimame hapa ni mngoja akikuja, sababu nahofia anaweza kuanguka kwa hii shimo. Hii barabara imekuwa tisho sana kwa maisha yetu ya watu wa Mungunguni.
Hii njia watu wameumia wengi sana. Na ni keti ya mama mjane, tumesha hata hatuoni huyo mtu.
Haiwezi pita hata siku moja kama mtu hajaanguka, jinsi ambavyo mnaona hii barabara.
Sisi kama bodaboda tunasumbukana kwa hii barabara na tulipitisha viongozi ambao wanaweza tusaidia. Sawa sana MCA wetu ambaye ni Mr. Saitama alisema kura alinunua. So sisi tunataka Saitama akuje mahali hapa atumerekeshia pesa yake, aturekeshie kura yetu. Sisi kama bodaboda mwenzetu akukule hospitali kwa sababu ya hii barabara.
Tulichagua viongozi wa kufanyia maendeleo. Na ukiona hii njia vile ilivyo, tunaonekana sisi hatuchachakua.
Now to another tragic event in Meru, where one driver has died in a tragic accident involving two cargo trucks in Kaga area of Meru County. Now, according to those who witnessed the accident, one truck was moving at a high speed, lost control and collided with another truck, causing the death of the driver instantly. The survivors were rushed to hospital.
Nilikuwa nimendeliver barua Meru School. Sasa nilikuwa na nyingine hapa Ronogone Catholic. So vile tu nimekaribia hiyo gate, mimi watu nimeona wameanza kutoroka. Vile wameanza kutoroka mara hiyo ndio nilisikia gari imenigonga na nyuma. Imenitoa kwa ile bump mpaka hapa ni kama 200 meters. Ikanileta kwa hii mandizi, nikang'oa hii mandizi. Sasa vile nimeng'oa hii mandizi imekunja ikanipendua. Ikaniwacha kwa mtaro ndo ikaweza enda kuanguka mahali imelala hapo. Yeah. Na mimi nilikuwa tu spindi ya pole kwa sasa nilikuwa najitayarisha kuingia kwa ile gate.
Tunaomba serikali ama MCA wetu atuongeze bumps kwa hii barabara.
Naitwa Martin Kobe, Senior Assistant Chief Kaga. Nimepigwa simu kitu saa 3:30 nikaambiwa kuna lori mbili zimeanguka Runogone area katika boda yetu ya Kiamwitari na Kiadhari divisions, na hakika kufika nikakuta zimeanguka kama vile umeona, na watu 3 wameweza kujeruhiwa vibaya na mmoja amefariki. Ako hapo driver wa lori hiyo ya mzigo bado ako hapo kwa gari, hata hajatolewa. Wito wangu ningependa kutoa ni kwamba madriver wakifika hii barabara ya kuteremka Maua, wakipita hapo Meru School, wao wana control gari vizuri, kama gari imebeba uzito kubwa, na mtu wao anaangalia breki vizuri, kwa sababu hiyo mteremko kuna ajali mingi sana zimetendeka hapo ili aruno.
Well, may the souls of the bereaved rest in eternal peace. Now, from the tragedies in Kakamega as well as in Meru, we shift focus to matters governance in the country. Now, Trade Cabinet Secretary Moses Kuria has asked opponents of Kenya Kwanza government to give President William Ruto time to deliver on his campaign manifesto. Speaking in Embu during an Akorino's prayer meeting at Embu University, Kuria said that those opposing the government had time to rule and they failed to guide the country's economy. Kuria said that he wants the church to work with the government and that the government will support the church.
Hiyo Biblia mlikuwa mnafuata haijabadilika. Si bado inasema mtii viongozi. Si bado inasema mtii serikali. Si mtafanya hivyo hivyo. Na mimi nataka kusema tutashirikiana pamoja na nitawashika mkono, na hakuna makosa kanisa inafanya kutii viongozi walioko. Viongozi wakiamua wakuwe wahuni, hiyo ni shauri yao, lakini nyinyi muendelee kutumikia serikali. Serikali ilikuwa, tafadhali mlikuwa na miaka yenu 10. Sasa hii tunataka kutimiza ile mambo. Hapa katika Embu tulikuwa hapa na rais. Rais alikuwa hapa akafungua hospitali. Rais alikuwa hapa akaanza stadium. Rais alikuwa hapa tukaanza soko. Rais alikuwa hapa tukafanya expo ya watu wa biashara. Na tukatangaza ya kwamba hapa chini upande wa mbele pale Mashanga, mimi wizara yangu tutaanza County Industrial and Aggregation Park, ndio mazao yenu, kahawa yenu, majani chai yenu, avocado yenu, ndengu zenu, makadamia yenu, maziwa yenu ipate soko na ipate bei ambayo iko juu, ndio mwananchi anataka.
Pastors, bishops and church leaders have been urged to consider enrolling in Bible colleges and theology classes to ensure they lead Kenyans and faithfuls in a good direction. This comes at a time when the government has formed a task force to oversee sanity in churches to avoid cases as that of Shakahola. Kennedy Anasoa Muse, the founder of Angaza Bible College, said that it has reached a time when church ministers need to have Bible knowledge in order to lead well. They were speaking during the graduation ceremony of Angaza Bible College in Donholm, Nairobi, where 8 students graduated with degrees, 6 honorary and 22 given operating licenses as ministers of the gospel.
Sema ya kwamba Biblia inasema kwamba tuheshimu wale walio kwenye mamlaka, na serikali yetu kuna watu ambao wako katika mamlaka. So sisi kama Angaza Bible and Training Institute tunaunga mkono serikali na kusema kwamba ni lazima na ni sharti watu wanaofanya kazi ya Mungu wakaweze kusoma ili wakaweze kupata maadili mazuri watakayofundisha na wengine, ili wasiweze kuwapotoza watu wengine, watu wapate maarifa mazuri ili kila mmoja aweze kukomaa katika neno la Mungu.
The government is really pushing towards the people having papers and also people achieving academically. We are living in a community whereby people are not supposed just to go and preach because of the gospel, or you say maybe God has called you, but the government is really going for those people who don't have papers. So my message to the country is that people without papers, or the pastors that are practicing without papers and without licenses, kindly join the colleges so that this one can help you to face even the government and to face the authorities.
Kwamba watu wengi wameangamia ni kwa sababu maarifa hawana. So Angaza tunataka kuwapatia tu maarifa ya kutumia maandiko.
Elsewhere, residents of Mashundwani village in Lamu County have complained about land grabbing by unknown persons. According to the residents, their land was grabbed after the owners moved out due to insecurity in the area. The residents now want the government to intervene in the matter and resolve the dispute so that they can get permanent residence.
Hii plot hapa tulikuja ikosa kwa sababu ukosefu wa usalama hapa kwa maeneo ya mashambani. Wakati
wenyewe waliozaliwa hapa hawana faida yoyote ya Mashundwani. Hawana kusomesha watoto, hawana kupata dawa, hawana kufaidika na huu mji. Kwa sababu matajiri wote wameshika huu mji na wametoa watoto didi na kula kitu wamefanya. Sisi maskini twende wapi? Maskini kama sisi wagonjwa, wengine wako vitandani, wengine wamekufa, wengine watoto maskini.
Ni wakati wa mashafu bakahama. Lakini mimi sasa hivi naishi hapa kuna mtu anijua nyumba yangu hata iko pale pale. Sasa wasiwasi wetu sisi tunaona kwamba kwa bayani sisi hatuna nguvu za kupigana na kupekana mahakamani.
Haki yangu hapa nipate kwa sababu mama yangu aliweza kuishi hapa na kaziko hapa mama yake baba yangu. Mimi sasa hii ni kitu kuu, lakini ninavujivunia nipate haki yangu hapa mimi bila tatizo kwa sababu mimi ni mke.
Women legislators have intensified campaigns to bring to an end teenage pregnancies and ensure girls are able to complete their studies. Speaking during a global appeal soccer tournament in Kirinyaga County, women representatives from Bomet and Kirinyaga counties said that they will deal with those who impregnate school children and destroy their education. Further, Kirinyaga woman representative Njeri Maina and her Bomet counterpart Lynette Toto have lauded the government for supporting such initiatives.
Katika hiyo tournament, there is one thing munajaribu kuaddress, teenage pregnancies. Hapo kwa teenage pregnancies, wacha niambie wale vijana na wanaume wako hapa. Saa zingine munadanganya hao wasichana kwa sababu wanatafuta hizi sanitary towels. Munawadanganya, munaingia pale huko nyuma kidogo kidogo, msichana ameshindwa kumaliza shule. Sisi tunasema na mheshimiwa Gasheri, tunataka kuona hawa wasichana wote wamekuwa viongozi.
Lazima tushikilie wasichana wetu, na nimeona bajeti ambayo imewekwa na serikali 940 million ili tukue tunaweza kupatiana free sanitary towels to all our girls ili waweze kujikimu na kuendelea na masomo. Tumesema hakuna mtoto ambaye msichana atabaki ama akose kuenda shule manake hana access to sanitary towels.
Pata tena fursa ya kuwaongelesha wanafunzi kwamba watie bidii wakiwa shuleni, kwa kuwa hakuna kitu haiwezekani. Tunataka kushukuru tena Mheshimiwa Gloria ambaye ameweza kuleta sanitary pads. Tumeweza kupeana wazizi wote, tunajua hiyo ni tatizo ambao wasichana wetu wanapitia wakiwa shule.
Now, more than 200 women from Laikipia North County Monday launched a bidding association which will enable them curb the challenges arising from livestock theft and drought in the area. Chief Executive Officer of Jewelry Initiative Kenya, Dorothy Mashipei, said that they aim to provide training to women on how to support themselves and connect them to market opportunities in the country and abroad. The director of Ushanga Cooperative Association, B. Koinante, also said that the bead trade will help promote peace in the area.
Initiative, a program that empowers and transforms lives of women in the pastoralist areas. It started in 2017 in 7 counties, and 2 weeks ago, the president, through our cabinet minister, directed us to include Laikipia. The group from Laikipia has started their own cooperatives, and I thought it's important to join them. And I'm glad because I have talked to the coordinator and she has informed me that this cooperative will eventually have 200 women.
Wamama tunataka amani, na tukaona ile kitu ambayo itatupatia na kutusaidia ni kujenga hizi shanga ambayo haina vita na mtu, hakuna mtu anakuja na punduki kukunyang'anya shanga. So wamama tumesema tutashika mambo ya shanga, tushikilie familia na tushikilie shule za watoto wetu na jamii yetu.
Now, the Operation Linda Ugatuzi lobby group has threatened to take the government to court for allegedly retaining bulk healthcare budget at the national level. Professor Ogola, who is the lobby group leader, has challenged President William Ruto's government to be sincere with Kenyans. Ogolla has also proposed that 80% of the healthcare budget be pushed to the county government to enable ordinary citizens access quality care.
Asking the national government that Operation Enda Ugatuzi is going to take them to court to explain why are they retaining 65% of the budget, yet health has been fully and 100% devolved. Want the government to ensure that before the bill is the budget is assented to, they make those changes and make the communication. If not, for us we go immediately, because we have already put down the chapters which are illegal in the budget. We have the chapters which are illegal in the finance bill. We'll go to court and we shall conjoin the budget plus the finance bill. We want to have 80% of healthcare budget coming to the county levels to ensure we can have medicine, we can have drugs. Because devolution in healthcare has only taken place by devolving positions, but not devolving resources.
Meanwhile, the county government of Embu has commenced the process of taking over management, conservation and sustainable utilization of Mwea National Game Reserve from the Kenya Wildlife Service, KWS. The reserve that has been in existence for over 4 decades has remained unutilized in terms of being a tourist attraction. Now, speaking when launching the planning committee that will oversee the takeover procedure as well as manage the reserve for the next 10 years, the Deputy Governor said once fully operational, the reserve will attract investors and be a good source of revenue for the devolved unit as well as employment for the locals. Kenya Wildlife Service Senior Assistant Director of Mountain Conservation, Bakari Mungumi, said they expect management of the resource will be much easier than has been before. The reserve is a home to a significant number of animals, including elephants, zebras, buffaloes, gazelles, and the rare Rothschild giraffe.
Tumekuwa mkutano na KWS tukiweka komiti ambayo itaanza kuangalia utaratibu ambao itaweza kuanza ile process ya kutransfer. Ndio game reserve sasa itoka katika national ndio kuja katika county. Ni safari itakuwa ni kitu ya siku moja hivi. Na tukiangalia sana kutoka na viongozi ambao ni expert from KWS, ni safari inaweza chukua hata miaka 5, miaka 10 hapo ndio iwe imerudi katika mikono sasa ya county. Poli kama hii iko na wanyama wengi sana. Kuna ndovu, kuna vifaru, kuna zile twiga. Wanyama wote wako hapa, lakini si watu wengi Kenya mzima ama hata hii Embu ambao najua kama kuna game reserve kama hii, kitu ambao ni ya maana sana, lakini haijaingia katika ile mapu ya Kenya. Hata Embu yenyewe wajui kama kuna kitu kama hii. Kwa hivyo mpango wetu kwanza ni kufanya awareness, tufanye a lot of awareness. Kwanza ndio watu hapa Embu wenyewe wajue kuna kitu kama hii ambao wanaweza kuwa nakuja kutembea weekend baada ya kwenda sehemu zingine nje ya Embu, na pia tunampanga kufanya marketing. Ndio pia hata wazungu watalii kutoka sehemu zingine za Kenya na pia nje waanze kutembea hapa. Tuko na ile utaratibu, hii kamiti inaanza kufanya kazi, watafanya recommendations pia. Tujue vile tunaweza kuwa na investors ambao wanaweza kuja pia wajenge mahoteli hapa.
It's our aspiration that coming together, putting in a good plan, putting all stakeholders together, that this reserve is going to generate more value to the people of this this area, particularly Mbeere South and Embu County, and overall to the country's economy.
Now, a recent study has revealed that alcoholism and drug abuse among parents contributes to the increase in cases of child trauma, leading to mental health issues among the children and adolescents. Principal Secretary of Public Health, Mary Muthoni, has said that 10 to 20% of the number of children are suffering from mental diseases. Speaking during the opening of the Love Healing Center in Murang'a East, Muthoni stated that alcohol and drug use has caused domestic violence, which caused the death of parents or permanent scars that affect children.
My PhD research, I found out that children have a lot of trauma, and that is why actually I thought about this place. So I'm hoping that the government can borrow something like this, and I know probably it is there, but we don't know about it, especially for children who are in children's homes. When I met children that had been abused severely in Thika level 5, we didn't know where to take them. This is a place now, if you're working with children and you don't know where to take them, for free, we'll give them psychotherapy for free and even accommodation until they get better.
These children can become good children or good citizens of this land because they have been properly counseled. So it's a difficult job. We cannot do it without the help of the Almighty God to be able to bring up these children.
Children and adolescents are particularly vulnerable, with an estimated of 10 to 20% experiencing mental health conditions globally. These alarming figures highlight the pressing need to prioritize mental health services for our younger generations. It is now that we can be able to rectify that which we may not see with our naked eyes. But if we delve deeper, and we get deeper and know what the emotions are speaking, then we will be able to help.
Now, parents and guardians of children with autism in Migori County have persuaded both the national and county governments to support the awareness activities of autism in the rural villages. The director of Jonathan Rays of Hope, Caroline Kisuge, said that they decided to organize the World Autistic Pride Day as a way of creating awareness in order to put an end to stigmatization.
We have decided to create awareness because most of the people are not aware of this condition. There is a lot of stigma and labeling that is going around with autism, and more so mashinani in the village. People in town are now getting up and fighting for the rights of the children and persons with disability, but back in the village we are still having a challenge. That is why I took the initiative to spread the word of autism awareness to many people who are not aware of the message that autism is. Autism is a neurological condition.
Let's embrace this, because in the village so many people are hiding their kids with autism. So if you know anybody who is there at home with a kid inside the house, kindly help them to know about this.
Autism and epilepsy are connected because both of them are neurodiversity conditions, and we find that people with epilepsy, 30% of people with epilepsy are autistic and vice versa. So they are connected in one way or another. That's why you find that children or people with autism are convulsed at one time, and when they convulse, the medication that we use for convulsions as people with epilepsy is the same drugs that they use also.
Now, on that note, we get to call it a wrap.